there. They got all sorts of cabbage. Anyways, today we're going to be reviewing Shang Chi, Shing, whatever you call it, in The Legend of Ten Rings. Well, those birds are happy eating their cabbage. But, that's technically not what this video is about, although it's actually pretty adorable. Anyways, let's get into the speed build and review of this Lego set. Finally, the set is done built, so that's nice. Also, if you notice, I put a lot of parts on wrong and then put them back on. Yeah, that's because my finger here I burnt by accident pretty badly, so it was kind of hard for me, like, build. So I made a lot of mistakes, but I think I fixed all those mistakes I did make. And the set comes with sticker sheet, a lot of stickers. I haven't put them all on. I was putting them on in the beginning, but I just was like, it was too hot and sweaty, and my hands were all sweaty, so it just was hard to put the stickers on once my hands being sweaty. So I just didn't put the rest on. I want to, because the stickers actually look really good on it. As you can see on the box, the stickers look really good. Now there's a few stickers on its tail right there in the back, but not very many stickers on it. Now you put it on, the rest aren't on it. You can leave them off, they'll still look good. It's just that with the stickers it looks way better. So to take closer details, we're going to take a close look on the head. I love how it looks. I like this blue stuff coming out of the mouth. It's either the blue energy power blast coming out of its mouth like Godzilla, or it's this like water breathing dragon. I think it's a water breathing dragon. It looks like a Chinese water breathing dragon. Using these minifig flipper pieces right here as scales, which, they look awesome as scales. Oh, there's another set that also uses these as scales from the Ninjago theme, by the way. And then you see more of these blades being used as, like, I don't know, spikes maybe, for, I don't know. See, it's on a stand, which is just supposed to be water. You can take it off the stand, and there's just like a pin on it. The pin connects into the stand. So the stand is just water. And there's this water coming out here and here on both sides. You can stick a minifig on each of these little platforms that are like made out of water, so you can have Mr. What's-His-Face. I'm just gonna call him that because I keep butchering the name. So you can put Mr. What's-His-Face there, and you can put this lady here, and one of these like blue water energy power blast pieces. So that's cool looking, right? This minifig here has some rings, although it doesn't have all 10 of the rings. Now, you do get more than this to 5 or 6, they officially include, because there's like 1 or 2 extra ring pieces, and then the parts that hold the rings, they also had extra of in the set. Although, You don't get all 10 rings, unfortunately, so that's the issue with the set. Would have been nice if you did. And then with the minifig, his face print, not unique, it's fine. Lego's used it on Batman, Spider-Man security guard, maybe on the Stormtrooper in the past, um, probably some Rebel characters. So the face, nothing new there. The leg and torso print, though, is pretty good. Like, you could use those for a ninja, you could maybe use them for Cole and Ninjago. So the torso and leg prints are very usable, and I like those. And the hairpiece goes well with him. This minifig here is pretty accurate. It looked just like how it did in the trailer that I watched right before doing this review. Now, I will say the printing does look a little blocky. It looks like a Minecraft skin to me for whatever reason this does. The face print's a little ugly for the mask, but the mask looked exactly like that in the trailer, so I'm fine with that, and it'll work out good for a ninja. So I like that about it. And I also appreciated Lego using dark blue in the color scheme because I think that looked good. In the set, there's this weird, headless, six-legged creature that I think it's four wings. It might just be, two wings, and they just look weird, but I think there's four wings because they look like on each side they're overlapped. But anyways, the weird creature, kind of ugly. I don't know. I just don't like the creature where it has the six legs and those wings without head. It's probably accurate to the film. I don't know. I did not see it in the trailer, so no idea. The minifig has nice printing, nice style. Honestly, if you were to make a Japanese or Chinese city monk, this minifig would fit in well, and I very much like the print. I appreciate the figure, and I think like they did a good job with it. Oh, and this minifig also has two face expressions. And this here is Mr. Shishane. I don't know his name, so yeah, Mr. What's His Face here. See, nice looking minifig. The minifig face expressions are this little unhappy one and another one where he looks upset. So upset and kind of unhappy. Nice face prints. Now they aren't accurate. They would look good on another minifig. It's just that they aren't accurate to the person. So that's the issue with it. Although the quality for the print is good. The torso print, it's actually pretty good quality. It's pretty dang accurate. Now, it probably would have been a little more accurate if there was some printing on the legs, but I don't think the legs needed it. The torso more than makes up for it. I like the look. Now, I will say the torso looks kind of feminine, which is kind of weird that it looks feminine. Like, I think that was an accident with the print. It's just that it looks kind of feminine to me. So I don't know if that's purposeful, but it kind of does. But other than the fact that it looks a little bit feminine, I think that's a really good torso print. It'll work out well for, say, maybe a queen or a princess, or just some ninja lady in Ninjago. So I like how that is, or just some average Chinese lady. So I think that's a good torso print, and it's pretty accurate. I like the colors and the pattern. The dragon here has these eye pieces. I think they're a new print. I could be wrong, but I think this is a new print right here, so that's cool. Might even be a new color for this, or shade of color for the stud. Tile. I'm not quite sure. It's really cool looking at least. And I don't know if the print is exclusive to the set, but I'm going to assume it is. He has this mustache or whiskers, whatever you want to call them, up the front here. Look nice with the nose. He has a little bit of a beard here. He has a whole lot of teeth, some red here for his tongue, I guess. And then this has a lot of articulation, so I probably should get into that. So what's the first thing? Articulate. So what's this cool power, energy, water, whatever it is, coming out of the mouth? You could turn this here. You could turn this right here. You could turn this whole thing. You could turn this right here. And then you open his mouth here, you see? You can move this around so you can point where he's has his power coming out of his mouth. And the jaw opens and closes. Blah, blah, blah. Woohoo! The eyes, I don't know if they actually have articulation. I know I built this, but I didn't actually test to see if they did. Let's see, do they? Not really. Here there's like hinges. See, and you can move this around and you can on the other side. This here, there's a ball joint here, but you see there's two ball joints put together here. And because of that, they're both put together, that only moves up and down, so it really functions like a hinge right here. And then, same goes for right here. And then right here, there's these ratchet joints, and they swivel on here, and this can hinge up and down. And then the shoulders on these arms also articulate, the wrists articulate, and each individual finger has a point of articulation. So that's really nice with the posability. You can do a lot of poses with this dragon. Like, I love that about this Chinese dragon. So, knock the piece off. And then, whoops. Here, yeah, this is the issue. It falls apart, the spot. You see, when you, right here comes off easily. Yeah, it needs a better connection there. Surely it could a little better than that, so I might have to modify it. But anyways, there's these hinges here. There are also ratchet joints, and it makes it move up, down, and then, and yeah, I know I knocked this off by accident. I'm just gonna leave this off. You can move this right here, up and down, you can go around, so it's also ratchet, and these legs back here are the exact same design as the arms at the front, so same points of articulation. This here is a ball joint, this here is a ball joint. These individual like spikes here on the tail can be moved around on these ball joints. They're awesome, like they're cool. I will say I do like how this spike looks on this side, these spikes look on this side, but I don't like that it's asymmetrical, because you see on this side, there's no slope. This side has a slope. Oh wait, no, it's not a slope, it's a wing, sorry. This piece Lego uses for like tiny wings. It's only on one side, on the other. It goes through here, so I don't like that asymmetricalness, but you know, it still works. Oh, and I mentioned you can hinge this up and down, so you also can with the power energy blast water gain on the other side. It's just I knocked it off. So that's the articulation, and let's see. So that's basically what the set is. Now, do I suggest getting this set? Yes. My only like flaws are like right here comes off easily. There's a lot of stickers. This doesn't come with enough rings, because it's supposed to be about 10 rings, and this doesn't have all 10 rings. And then I think it was 10 or 7, but I think it was 10. Yeah, it was 10. And then the other issue is the head. You can't turn it side to side. See, this comes off. You can move it up and down, but you can't turn this part of the neck side to side. You can turn this part of the neck side to side, but you can't here or here. You can only move these areas up and down. And I feel like that's a flaw, because if these had more articulation, there'd be more posability. And the other con was that this guy's skin isn't like accurate. Like it could be much more accurate. And then he needs his mustache. Where's his mustache? Where? And then this face Lego's reused like 100 trillion times. This is nothing new. We're used to this face thingy. They've used that face for years, and this guy's face is kind of, or not face, sorry, mask is ugly, and this right here is creepy, ugly, and then right here it's asymmetrical. So those are the flaws with the set. And then, you know, if you were to take this off of the stand, you would have a weird gray pen sticking out, so that's another flaw. So those are the flaws with the set. But I think the flaws are balanced out by a lot of pros, because I think, for the most part, the set's really good. I really enjoy it. I'm going to find it useful. I love how it looks. So overall, I suggest getting it. So I'm up ready to talk about how the stand helps the figure to stand. And this gray pen on the bottom is kind of, you know, it looks really bad. I mean, it's really good because it makes it go on the stand, but the gray pen looks bad. Well, it's actually a much bigger pro than con, because you could also stand the dragon without using this. Now, you could have the dragon on 2 feet, and that's kind of hard to do. But you could also have it on 4 legs, and I'll go and show that. Here it is on all 4 legs, and you see that gray pen. This isn't touching the ground right now, but say your joints are loose, and let's say they're flopping around, or your dragon's too used and you can't stand those legs. Well, guess what? It's still fine with these joints if they're loose, because you can just push it down, or maybe it falls down. I guess if they're loose, it will fall down. Then you could have this pin touching the ground. Oops, sorry, zoomed in too much. And this pin helps it to stand. So this, you don't even need to have this to get it stand. This makes it stand better, but without this, you can get it to stand easy. So that's actually like a huge pro. For example, another one of the great poses you could do is this dragon. Have it smiling happy like this. So he eats this lady and this ninja guy. See, you can eat them since that's cool. I mean, you know, the minifig doesn't go right through the beast, unfortunately, but you can stuff a minifig in its mouth and its teeth just hold it in place, so that's cool, and you can hold the minifig in its hand. For some reason, I forgot to show that off in the review, earlier on in the review, so I just wanted to add that. You can get a little minifig in its tail, so that's cool, too. And you can also have a minifigure right in on this dragon.